Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns figuratively got hit in the mouth in Game 1, losing home court to Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Could LA get greedy and steal Game 2 as well? From Phoenix we go. It's Russell Westbrook making the big-time block on his former teammate. So what does Devin Booker do a couple minutes later? How about using his offhand to put the ball so high that nobody on Los Angeles could block it? That's a pretty good idea. That's a tough bucket, by the way. Durant, this time he didn't get blocked. He knocked in the wicked jump shot. He's going to get ripped, though, here by Kawhi. I am loving this Kawhi and KD matchup. Leonard gets the best of it right there with the deuce. And then how about Brody? Always playing hard. It's Russell Westbrook with the and one. And then Kawhi challenging Phoenix to step it on up on defense. He throws it down. Clippers take a 12-point lead. But here comes an 11-2 run led by KD and Devin Booker to close out the first half as Booker nails the three with Pops in the building. We're tied at 59 as we took a break. Third quarter. Look at this defense. Pop gotta love that. It's Booker with the throwdown. The Suns have taken the 6-point lead. Those former teammates, man, they're going at it. They're competing hard. Durant, it's going to show you how hard. Look at that beautiful mid-range jump shot. That's one of the greatest scores of all time, putting his team up by 9. As you see the real MVP, Mama Durant, in the building to watch her boy do what he does best. Other end, it's Russell Westbrook with a finish. These two teams just went back and forth. It's Booker for 3. He had himself a game. How about Bones Highland? No. It's Westbrook on the boards and 1, yes. 28, 5, and 5 for Brody. Booker, though, had 38 points. 25 came in the second half alone. The Suns are up 11. Kawhi's got a little left in him. He had 31 points. Down to single digits again. But when it's winning time, the Suns put the ball in the hands of Old Reliable, who refused to put this game in the hands of referee Scott Foster. Chris Paul knocked in a couple of mid-range jump shots that helped put away Game 2 for the Phoenix Suns, which helped them even this best-of-7 series up at a game apiece. 123-109 is your final from Arizona. What up, everybody? It's yours truly, the one and only Hoops FERRO. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can tap in and get this exclusive quality content first before everybody else. All we need you to do is hit the subscribe button. It's free 99. I greatly appreciate the support. Yeah, I thought this game had a couple of different nuances to it. You know, it's not one of those games where there's just one reason why one team won and one team lost. There are a lot of nuances to this game. I'm actually seeing a lot of high basketball IQ guys on the court. And I love when there are guys that just know the game a lot better than I ever will on the court. I love it as a fan, right? I love it covering. I just love to see stuff. And if you take out Russell Westbrook, who's one of the hardest playing players in NBA history, there are a lot of high basketball, high caliber guys on the court at one time. And we're missing Paul George in this series. You know, one of the reasons why I think the Suns were able to make a second half run was Monty Williams finally said enough is enough. And they started to bring more doubles to Kawhi. Not every possession, but they definitely started to double Kawhi more. Then also, I think the Phoenix Suns decided to finally match Devin Booker's level of defense. Book been playing really hard on that other end of the court. I just want to acknowledge that because in the past we have called Devin Booker, you know, a one-dimensional guy, a guy that's only going to give it to you offensively but not capable of dishing it out on the other end of the court where they really need him to be exceptional as well, challenging him to be great like the guys that he looked at after and monitored his game, like a Kobe Bryant, right? Like a Klay Thompson in his prime. You know, Devin been really, really getting after it, especially him and Westbrook. They've been having some classic battles on both ends of the court. Devin's been really playing hard defensively. I thought DeAndre Ayton, anytime you get some production from him, especially with the shooters that, you know, Ayton in this new Phoenix offense that features Kevin Durant, I'm so curious to how he ends up. Especially with the offseason drama they had, the Suns randomly matching the Pacers' offer to get him. I'm watching Ayton. Remember, he had that breakdown with Money, you know, in the second round of the playoffs around this time. So I'm definitely watching to see how DeAndre Ayton manifests and what he becomes in this new look Suns team. I would even consider, making sure Ayton gets a lot of his minutes with that second unit that's struggling right now for Phoenix. We're going to get to that more in a second. But DeAndre Ayton, I'm watching him closely in this series. And again, speaking about that Phoenix Suns second unit, in the second half, I thought Money made look, he's got 3 guys that are capable of being on the ball for when campaign gets back. I don't understand the allowing that bench to just kind of go without 2 of your 3 Hall of Fame caliber players on the court at the same time in CP3, Durant, and then Booker down the line. You got to have 2 of those 3 guys in the game at all times to me. That's just my opinion. The Suns bench is not there yet. They got to have an offseason to go get right. They'll get their bench right for next year, but they trying to win it this year. They're one of the favorites to win it right now, at least to get out of the West. So they need to keep 2 of those 3 guys in at all times. Look, these guys have all rested. I know Booker was hurt early in the year, but he's been look, this is the opportunity right here. Outside of Devin Booker, all these other guys been resting large parts of the season. Chris Paul was down middle of the season. Kevin Durant has definitely had enough rest. And KD should be ready to go, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he should be ready to go. They need 2 of their 3 top guys on the court at all times. Period. They can't allow their bench to lose them games, because Kawhi and the Clippers will definitely take advantage of that bench. Russell Westbrook is still better than a lot of teams' second rotation guys. He is going to work harder than teams' bench players. That's who he is. He still works the hardest on the court most times. He is going to destroy team second units if you allow him to be on the court with them by his lonesome. And I wanted to address the one last piece of the puzzle. I thought Chris Paul was sensational in this game. Obviously he had the losing streak going with Scott Foster officiating his games. Chris, man, he's still that guy, man. Like, Chris is clearly on the downside of his prime now, right? But he's one of the most lethal jump shooters, one of the most trustable guys with the basketball late in games. And when he wants to, especially from that mid-range area, he can destroy any team in that pick and roll with that mid-range jump shot, with that three-point shot as well. And tonight he decided to have a good offensive game. And the Suns now have evened this best-of-7 series at 1. This one's going 6-7 without a shadow of a doubt. We'll probably be 2-2 when this series shifts back to Phoenix next time around. I'm so excited to see the remainder of this series as well. Like that Clippers or like that Cavaliers-Knicks series out east, this is the one out west. Ironically, the other 4-5 matchup. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now and can't wait to see more of it as the Suns take care of business and get one back to even their series up with the Clippers.